The creative is key in media buying in general. And when you are familiar with traffic platforms like Meta, for example, then you also learned that videos are sometimes the key. But today we're speaking about native advertising. And with native advertising platforms like Taboola and Outbrain, still, image is the key. And therefore, we will speak today about image trends that are converting. Hi everyone, my name is Marcel Sattler. I'm the founder of PurpleBlack, a native advertising only agency. What we're doing on a daily basis is we run profitable performance marketing campaigns on native advertising traffic sources like Taboola, Outbrain, Yahoo Gemini, and many, many more. And in the past years, out of my experience, I can tell you image is key for cheap conversion. So the image is the key here in combination with the headline. Always the image and the headline together is creating one ad. And in native, you should, of course, consider to test multiple variations, multiple headlines, multiple images, and there are a bunch of things you can do. But there are some best practice methods you definitely should consider. And these I will show you on my screen. But in general, there are a few best practice mechanisms you definitely should follow to ensure that your campaign is working the best, especially when you're familiar with other traffic sources like social traffic sources, because the way native advertising is working is completely differently than, for example, on Meta ads. So jump with me on my screen to see what's working best here. Here you can see a website from Taboola. It's trends.taboola.com/images. And there you can see a bunch of things like videos they are working, titles they are working, keywords, topics, and so on and so forth. So this website honestly is pretty helpful. Just go to trends.taboola.com. However, let me explain it a bit how it's working. So first things first, for example, when you go here to the image section where we are now, and when I just reload the page, you will see there are new and different images which are visible. And you can filter them by category, by platform, by language, or by country. Now my filter is completely broad, so I see everything here. And let me introduce a few things. It is still very stocky. So all of these pictures are kind of like stock images, which I would not recommend to use directly on native. So they are okay, but there are definitely better options. I mean, something like this, for example, is okay because this doesn't look like a normal stock image. It looks like somebody who is a very bad photographer shoot it by himself. And this is how usually native ads should look like in a majority of cases. There are always some special cases where it should not be the case, but in general, in the majority of cases, it should be the case. So let me explain you a bit why these images are working better. So here, this image, for example, you have a bad angle, the people are more on the left-hand side, the doggo is down, so you don't see it at all. And here we have the people in the middle, which is a bit better, and they're more zoomed in, which is positive. Same here, you don't have the person huge visible. In general, normal pictures of faces, smiling people are working better than illustrations. However, I would still recommend you always to test it out. And here's an important thing about the subject itself. In general, I would never recommend you just to showcase the product itself without any person. We did a lot of split tests, and always a picture, an image with a person was always outperforming the normal plain product image. So here I can never recommend you honestly to just show the subject. Here, let me just search for a good alternative here, black and white or color. Yeah, color is working good, but also black and white can work good if, for example, a girl would be in color, or if you just pinpoint out one color, pin out one color, highlight one color, then this is still working great. But normal black and white pictures, they are not working that great, but like a combination between a black and white and a colorful picture might work great. And this is pretty important here, the face size, to do a close-up like a headshot, because native ads are still pretty small. You know, they're not like a Instagram reel or so over the whole screen. No, it's just a small image snippet more or less, which is visible. Therefore, it's important to understand the significance to have a huge close-up and not like maybe you see it on your huge 32, I don't know, inch screen, device or monitor and you see a huge image and it might look like too close for you, but always keep in mind that people who are seeing your ad, like the prospects, that they see just a very small image snippet. So therefore it's important for them to have a close-up, that they're able to see the ads closer and in a better visibility here. And text is some very common mistake I see a lot of times. Many people are using text in the ads. First of all, a text in an ad usually is not looking very native. That's the first thing. The second thing is the image is cropped automatically by the traffic source. So that means the first time when you use an image or a text to an image, it will cut it somewhere. It will be never on every device 100% visible. So very important here, don't use text at all. It's way easier to avoid text in general. So yeah, these are a few informations here. To see some real world samples from native ads, I can recommend you my other videos where I showcase a few real cases where we just jump into a few different news pages and I will analyze those images there. Something else I want to mention is our Native Ads Society. And in our Native Ads Society, you have an exclusive community for like-minded people with general tips about native, affiliate marketing campaigns, arbitrage, doesn't matter if it's search arbitrage, content arbitrage, lead generation, and e-commerce. So here in the community, you can ask your questions. My team and I will reply to them completely transparently. We will give you honest feedback about what's working, what's not working. You can ask us all your questions. And there are also bi-weekly video calls. You can join them, share a screen, ask me some questions you're wondering about, share your account with us, and we will give you a deep analytics here. Plus, of course, there's also a classroom with different sections like native in general, arbitrage, volume, and more is yet to follow. And here in this section, it's similar to a video course, but it's the newest updates. You know, we have everywhere the newest updates here inside with the newest strategies, some general information about native advertising, about Taboola, how you set up everything, how you set up a campaign, how to create a good working campaign, a good fundament here, how to use retargeting, how to optimize a Taboola campaign, Outbrain the same, how to create a pixel setup, how to optimize it. We will show here our account so you have a deep insight of how we are working, best practice of headlines, and way, way more. It's a paid community. It's just $99 per month. You can always cancel it whenever you want, and it's definitely worth it. So if you want to join, go to school.com/native-ads. Again, it's school, SKOOL.com/native-ads.com, and there you can join our Native Advertising Society. I hope you liked that video. If so, I would extremely appreciate if you give me a thumbs up, and of course, when you subscribe to my channel and activate the bell to receive updates when I upload a new video here on YouTube about nothing but native. Have a good one. See you next time.